Obituaries next, brought to you by Curtis & Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in SYLACAUGA, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg. Funeral service for Beatrice Bates, age 70, of SYLACAUGA, will be today at 2 o'clock from Dayspring Worship Center. Visitation was last night, and burial in the Sycamore Cemetery. The body will lie in state from 1 until 2 at Dayspring Worship Center today. Reverend Nathan Pascal will do the service, and Curtis & Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, directing. Funeral service for Amelia WYNELL Brooks, age 77, is Friday at 2 o'clock from the Childersburg Chapel of Curtis & Son Funeral Home, with burial in the Green Hills Cemetery. Visitation from noon until 2 at the Childersburg Chapel on Friday. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Childersburg Chapel, directing. Memorial service for Charles Butch Crackerjack Wilbanks, age 65, of Childersburg, will be Friday night, 6 p.m. at Russell Chapel Baptist Church. Visitation tonight, 6 until 8 at the Childersburg Chapel of Curtis & Son Funeral Home. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Childersburg Chapel, directing. Funeral service for Aaron Todd BORNTRAGER, age 21, is Friday at 3 o'clock from the Chapel of Radley Smith Funeral Home, with burial in the Tallahatchie Cemetery. Mr. BORNTRAGER died January 19th. Visitation tonight, 5 until 8 at the funeral home, Radley Smith Funeral Home, directing. Visitation for Ms. ILUMINADA Bachelor will be Friday from 5 till 7 at Radley Smith Funeral Home, with a memorial service to follow at 7 p.m. Radley Smith Funeral Home, directing. Funeral service for F. Gordon Colmer Jr., age 92, of Childersburg, is Saturday at 2 o'clock from Radley Smith Funeral Home. Burial in the Evergreen Cemetery in SYLACAUGA. Visitation Saturday, noon until 2 at the funeral home, Radley Smith Funeral Home, directing. Funeral service for ETHELYN Sims Thornton, age 73, is Friday at 11 o'clock from the Chapel of Radley Smith Funeral Home, with burial in the Old Weguffka Cemetery. Ms. Thornton died January 20th at her residence. Visitation tonight, 5 until 8 at the funeral home, Radley Smith Funeral Home, directing. LORA MERRITT Barclay, age 53, died January the 20th at Citizens BMC, Terry's Metropolitan Mortuary, announcing. PEARLIE W. Forbes, age 56, died January 19th, Community Funeral Home, announcing. And graveside service for Mrs. Sylvia Magdalene Blankenship, age 83, of Alexander City, is today at 1 o'clock from Hillview Memorial Park. The station will be today 11 a.m. until 12:30 p.m. at Radney Funeral Home, directing. That's a look at obituaries brought to you by Curtis & Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in SYLACAUGA, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg. 256-245-4361. That is Curtis & Son Funeral Home, SYLACAUGA, Childersburg.